before you
I
take.
took a mint one.
So are we good to go,
mint.
Thomas? Thomas says we're good to go. April, are we good to go?
I'm gonna get closer, Thomas.
Okay. So does anyone? Is everyone good with this Facebook sharing situation?
I believe so.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go, Thomas. We're off to the race. I'm just going to keep that as a
How to
rule.
let it talk.
All right, it's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans and this is Happy Hour. It's a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, which is a couple of blocks down from Napoleon Avenue, right across from the European Wax Centre. Are you familiar with the European Wax Centre, Rémy?
I've never been.
Never been. Turn around and take a look at it. It's right across there. Isn't that nice?
It looks amazing.
Yes, they wax you in a European way. Not quite sure what that is. Kenneth, have you had familiar with that?
I've never been to Europe or been waxed before. So.
Don, you sure you don't know what that is?
That would be a good way to knock off both of those. Go straight across,
one,
and it's straight across the street,
one
the
trip,
European
one
Wax
shot.
Centre. So this is the voice of Chef Kenneth Temple you're hearing here, who's got his Chef Life T-shirt on.
Yes.
Rémy Robert is
Chef
here,
Life.
whose name rhymes with Amy Snowbear, I see on. That's how you have to tell people?
Yeah,
Your
because
name?
it doesn't look like it is pronounced.
It doesn't. It
at
looks
all.
like Rémy Robert.
Yeah.
Are you're related to the Roberts from Robert's Grocery. That's how to remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't work much outside of New Orleans.
No, I guess not. No, it does not. And Q Hefner, who's no longer called Q Hefner, is here. Is called.
Most people know me as DJ Q, but
I know you as Q Hefner, but now you're called Q the Don.
Yeah.
His real name is Quentin Coleman.
Yeah,
Who's
transformation
a
on the
gentleman.
name.
Yes. And Monty is here as well, whose
But
real
yeah,
name
I don't go by Monty either.
is.
Oh.
What are you going by now?
I go by 900.
900. Okay, I have to get this right. So Q the Don and 900.
I get my name from a car.
900 what car?
The Saab convertible 900 Turbo S. My
You're
favorite car.
named
in life.
after a Saab.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Saab.
so bourgeois, though, isn't it?
Nah, it's not. It's because, like, to
not.
me, it's like people don't really notice that car, and I feel like that as an individual in society is like
You feel like
when
that?
I'm moving around doing what I'm doing, I don't really feel noticed. I feel like I'm not really seen. Like, so
And yet, how else would could you compare yourself to a Saab? Is it classy? And
it's classy.
expensive,
It's not
solid?
expensive. It's like
not
like
expensive.
porridge. It's like it's just right. It's like
Porridge?
It's not too
Porridge.
much. It's not too little. It's like just
Okay.
right. That's the
Why
way I
don't
view
you
it.
change your name to Porridge? That would be nice.
Porridge
Nah, because
900.
it's too many
Porridge
rappers
900.
named Porridge already.
Are there really?
No, I'm just not.
Why do you feel it's necessary to? What is your real name? Is like Romani?
My real name is Ramani. Yeah.
Man, what's wrong with that? That's nice.
It's too long and it don't rhyme with nothing.
It rhymes with money.
That's
I
the
mean,
first
not
thing
when
I
I'm
thought
on
of.
stage. I can't really stop the crowd. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
It's your name has to rhyme with something.
900 just roll better, you know.
900.
As somebody with name struggles, I agree. I think it's a good choice.
Have you
Yeah.
thought about changing your name to a numeral?
Never a numeral, but when I was in like 5th grade, I changed it to Marshmallow, and I like convinced the entire summer camp. I went to a summer camp, and I convinced them all that my name was,
Marshmallow.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's a pretty nice name, actually.
I don't know why I picked that.
Were you popular after?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so obviously.
sounds like one of those names
Just
you'll
like a
gain
marshmallow.
popularity, right?
Marshmallow's a funny thing because that's sort of squishy and.
It's weird. It was
got
I
a
think it
nice
was the
sort of
first
ring to
thing
it.
I thought of.
I'm going to write it down just in case we forget that for later.
You could be a DJ Marshmallow.
Turned
True.
up.
Hey, that's not bad, kid.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bring in the family, bro. Bring in the family.
Yeah, because you have. What is this operation? It's called Nola Fam.
Yeah, that's
Which is-
Nola Fam is the brand.
Brand name.
Can you smell bananas? Anybody? Can you
Really?
smell bananas?
Are we
Kenneth,
really
you're a
going
chef.
for it? B-A-N-A-N-A?
No, that was just. I'm asking you a
I was
serious
about to
question. Can you smell bananas? Is your drink some sort of
Smell.
Smell
I thought you said
bananas.
spell. I thought you
Oh,
wanted
spell.
to.
Oh, no, can
Maybe
you
it's
spell
smell?
spelling
Oh,
bee.
no, no.
Maybe it's my drink. Maybe I don't know.
Has it got bananas in it?
Nah, it's just
This might be this bourbon you
ginger.
smelling. It got
I'm
some-
worried that if you smell bananas,
Smell
that
it. Is that?
That smells good. What is that?
This is a bourbon-infused island punch.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't a precursor to some sort of like
Terrible.
stroke or something.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah, you smell burning toast if you're having a stroke.
Is that right? Syrup?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
Burning toast. I wonder why that would be.
Oh, what triggers in the brain burning toast?
I don't know.
While
Syrup,
having
do you
a
know
stroke.
that?
How do you find that out?
Well, Kenneth, you're a chef.
But you don't learn that having stroke smell like burnt toast. That's
Kind of
definitely
take
not
all the
being
fun
taught.
out of eating toast now. It's like
What
Lightly buttered
Every
my
time.
brain.
Every time.
Every day at breakfast, you're like, I don't know.
Am I having a
Am I
stroke
about
or
to
did I?
eat or am I about to have a stroke? Or both.
What is there in the brain that makes you like certain tastes? Why would you like marshmallow? Say, why would Rémy like marshmallow? And
Just all the
you like
receptors.
bananas?
Everybody's taste buds is different. Some people can't smell, so it's all in your sinus cavities. All that triggers everything.
Where does it taste? Is it on your tongue
On
or on your brain? It's
Yeah,
on your tongue.
It's on your tongue, and that sends receptors up to your brain.
So I can totally smell bananas for real.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
maybe
it's
you
on
need to
this
get a
mic
banana.
stand.
It might be on the mic.
Did you
might
have
be
any
me.
bananas
smell-
today?
No,
Right.
I
You
haven't
smell
had a banana in
I
ages.
don't smell bananas.
So it's on the microphone.
It's on the
right?
mic. It's
just
gotta
you.
be on the microphone,
Nobody else
right?
smells bananas but you.
No, it's on this mic. How did bananas get on my microphone? What's been
Wait.
going on? I was
I don't
away
know.
last week.
Who's in?
April.
Uh-oh.
April was filling in for me. Did anything happen to this mic while I was gone
We need answers.
in the way of bananas? Nothing? No, okay. Anyway, I'm not having a stroke. So, Kenneth, how did you first get into cooking anything?
Go ahead, finish the
What
question.
made you think of being a chef in the first place?
To be a chef was graduating from high school and needing to figure out what to do with your life.
What school were you at? That's the
I
big
went to
question.
Redeemer Seton. Long live Redeemer Seton. R.I.P.
Redeemer
Redeemer
Seton.
is no longer there. Holy Cross has the property.
Oh, wow. So you're young enough, you're old enough to have gone to a high school that no longer exists.
Yeah, all of
You
my
look
schools.
so young.
All of my schools have been wiped away by Katrina, but my
Really?
elementary and college. Yeah,
Wow. So what schools did you go to? Redeemer Seton. Where
that was
what-
high school,
Right.
and then went to Marion Central, which was a Catholic school in Spearmint, where they kicked all of us out of our.
Experiment?
Yeah, it was an experiment because they took 6 or 5 Catholic schools and blended them. St. Raphael, St. Leo, Corpus Christi, Epiphany,
Wow.
and they just threw us all in a melting pot.
Was
and
it like a
said-
gang war of Catholics?
really. You know what was funny? Like everybody kind of gelled well with each other. Nobody had any issues. Like we wasn't cliquish, and
Right.
we actually ran the school like a high school, so we was very, very mature for our ages.
So are you still seriously Catholic? Did it work?
No, it didn't.
Didn't
work.
have any good effect
didn't
on
work.
you?
Nah, what's the thing you do?
I don't know.
Not the confession.
Confirmation?
Confirmation. Yeah, we went through all that.
You did all that?
And that was the time when Cash Money was big. So when we had our little crosses where I was taking,
How you love that?
these bling bling photos with the right outside by the Archbishop. That's what we was doing. So
Throwback. I like that. I love that.
Did you guys have any religious upbringing?
You know what? I grew up in a Masonic church.
Really?
Yeah, my
I wasn't
grandmother is an
expecting
Eastern
that.
Star.
All right.
And my grandfather was a 30th degree Mason, so I grew up in a Rock of Ages Ministerial Baptist church. So I grew up in a Baptist church, but I never really I'm not really religious. Like I'm not really big on it now. Like I haven't been to church since Katrina. Facts.
Well, today could be a good day for you to start up again.
Nah.
You and Kenneth could go back. What actually is the Masonic Lodge?
You know what? I'm not really into it, so I don't
But
really
do
know.
you know? Because it's meant to be a top secret.
You know what?
Don't say too
It
much.
ain't-
900.
Well, what
Hey.
could happen?
Don't say too much. 900.
You know what?
You're breaking code.
Shh.
He can't speak on.
I
these
can't
things.
speak on it.
Are you
Nobody can
allowed,
speak on.
are you allowed to
Sorry,
say anything, or is it like Scientology or
I
something?
think you are not allowed to say anything. Like my man is telling me right now.
900.
Kenneth,
Be quiet.
Kenneth, you're,
I'm just
Kenneth,
protecting
your
him.
attorney on this one.
I'm making sure he keeps it confidential. He doesn't
Right.
say too much, too
what
little.
could happen?
No trouble.
We don't know.
Nobody
We
knows.
don't know. Nobody
It's a
ever
mystery.
find that guy who went wrong. Nobody. What happened to Frank? I don't know. I
We
think he
don't know.
moved. Katrina happened.
And then
Driving
people
around.
know
Went the
me.
way
If I
of
just
Right.
disappear,
People know you.
people know me. If I just
But they
disappear,
don't notice
they'll
you
be like,
though,
yo,
because
where
you.
Monty at?
I thought you were the guy who was invisible, like a
I
Saab
am,
900.
but
So
yeah, right,
no
you
one's.
could know a person, you could know of something but never see it, right? Right?
Oh,
You
think
can know
about
like
that. I'm gonna take a
bananas.
sip on that.
That's
one.
like me. That's like me smoking
not
cigarettes.
sure.
That's like me smoking cigarettes at
Yeah.
27 years old, knowing that you can get, you could die from smoking cigarettes. But I just like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke me a fucking cigarette right about now.
So are you still
So it's
smoking
like-
cigarettes?
Yeah. I might have one after this.
You can have one. Oh, they'll kick you out of here if you smoke.
Yeah.
Why do you keep smoking even though you know it's going to kill you?
Because you know what? The way I see it is like, everybody goes, right? But it's like, is you going out like how they went, or you going out with a fucking bang? Like, I'm going out with a bang. Fuck it, cancer. What's up?
No burn
Fuck
toast.
it. If I get it, I'm gonna face it. It's like if I was to get my arm cut off, right, and the doctor was like, "Yo, we gotta cut it off." It'd be like, "All right, let me get my mind around this real quick. Let me hit the block. All right, all right, come on, let's do this." You gotta embrace whatever comes your way. That's what life is. So it's like.
Okay.
It could be a charade of things, you know what I'm saying? Embrace it.
Are you making the connection, Rémy, between amputation and smoking?
I mean, it's connected. It's connected.
Can you explain that, Rémy?
I think that was how my living skills teacher taught. They were like, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like in Mean Girls when they were like, if you have sex, you will get chlamydia and you'll die. It's just like that. Like if you smoke a cigarette, one of your limbs will have to be amputated.
That's how you feel.
No telling which one. We're gonna find out.
Yep. It's like the feeling of like knowing that it's like you're not seeing the cancer happening, but you know it could happen. So it's the same way with like knowing that I do music and knowing that I'm out and about and feeling like no one sees me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why 900 connects so much with the sob.
But do you feel that insignificant?
I never see a sob ever. It's like I rarely see it.
You got to move to the suburbs.
Like right, you're in the wrong
I'm from New Orleans though, so it's like
you're definitely not going to see a sob.
Yeah, it's like I rarely, and if I do see it, it's like one of the puny models I don't like.
It's not
like,
the 900.
It's not the 1986 Turbo S.
That's the nice one.
That's the nice one.
The Saab. I'm writing it down. 1986.
Yes.
Friends going shopping after this.
Perfect.
C-Rock. How much would we have to pay for one? C-Rock will find one for us.
They like $4,000, $5,000. If you could talk them down, negotiate. No more than 6.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
No more than 6.
Yeah, I got a couple for used. Couple for less than 3,000 on auto list.
What about fresh?
Hello.
97 Saab 900. 95.
Oh! With the 97
Facts.
900 Saab.
Is it the Turbo S?
Is it the Turbo S?
It's not the Turbo S.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
A 1986 Saab, if it's still running, would be how many years old?
30
years old.
31.
31 years old.
Because I'm an 85 baby.
That's
I'm
a
an
great
You're
85
85
baby.
and you're 32 years old.
Yes, sir.
What date's your birthday?
October 16th.
Oh, we just had it recently.
Yeah.
So what
Nice.
sign are you?
I don't know.
You don't know at all.
I don't do astrology. I don't-
Maybe Scorpio.
Q, you know something about this?
Yeah, Q, you know about astrology?
A little something.
Okay. How
All
do
I
you-
know is I was born in the fall. That's great weather time. That's all I know. Great
don't-
weather time.
What sign did you say it was, Q?
Maybe Scorpio.
Maybe Scorpio.
October what?
Scorpio,
16.
yeah. Oh,
Possibly
that's
a
Libra.
Scorpio.
Is that-
That's Libra?
That's Libra.
What is that
Scorpio
Libra?
cuts?
He's a Libra.
Libra
Libra.
means
Thomas
all right. So
knows.
Libra means you have a hard time balancing things out, whether it may be. All right, so you don't feel like that. You're not a true Libra then, because I'm actually born on September 23rd. That's the day of the start.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a Libra Virgo cusp. I'm actually best of both worlds. Like
So-
R. Kelly.
so
So
what
you
you-
might
so-
be a Libra Scorpio cut.
So what am I since I'm good at balancing things in my life?
You're good at balancing.
I'm
You're the
very
opposite.
good at
Signs the
balancing
scales, right? So
Scales,
he's
yeah.
supposed to be about the balance.
But
You
he
just told me
lacks
I
the scale.
lack balance.
I mean, like,
Like-
Well, he's not a
I don't
professional
know.
astrologer.
yeah, I'm not Miss Cleo.
church-
He's a
messed
guy.
you up.
He's a guy who's had one of these
Right, he had one of
Moscow
those.
mules already. It's
I
like
don't social media, and I was like, well, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. I could relate to that. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like,
and then you realize you're reading the wrong one.
no. Then I realized like all of them sound the exact same.
Yeah.
Like I think
That's what I think.
you know.
Just
I think you
pick
can
one you
always
like.
find something in
Right.
anything you read that relates to you.
True.
True.
Rémy knows a lot about this sort of thing.
Raymond, go ahead and tell us something.
I don't think I know
Well,
much
this is
about
what-
astrology.
Raymond, he's pulling out your bio,
listen
Raymond.
here,
Marshmallow.
This is what I got on you. Oh, Kenneth, I got some great stuff on you as well. But Marshmallow, this is what they
Let's
told me
hear it.
about you. It said that you're a real life matchmaker.
I'm a matchmaker. What? That's true.
Whoa.
I'm a
Listen
matchmaker.
up,
me.
gentlemen.
Yeah,
You're
you
like
guys.
100,000
Okay.
matchmaker, $100,000 millionaire matchmaker.
I'm like
No, go
billionaire.
billion.
No,
Ooh,
no. That's
now
no.
flex your muscles. Flex your muscles.
You're talking about that show on TV where
Yeah,
that
yeah,
matchmaker
yeah.
millionaire person.
Uh-huh.
That's a great job.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay, so
it's fun.
What does this mean? You're a matchmaker.
So I have clients all over the country. And
Okay, go back to the beginning of this. So what is a matchmaker?
So
as opposed to match.
It's like the oldest job there is. It's like a Jewish grandmother, you know?
Okay.
Like, oh, you guys should get married because you guys want the same thing.
Well, I think we all know what a matchmaker is, but how do you get to be one?
It's cool. I work for, it's like it's a dating startup. And
is it your own company?
No.
Okay, so it's a dating startup.
It's called Talkify.
Oh, hang on.
Marshmallow has all the notes.
I'm writing this down. Yeah, I haven't written anything down about you, Kenneth.
No.
But we're coming to you, don't worry. Talkify is like talk, like talky talk?
TAW.
TAW.
Yeah.
K.
IFY.
Talkify.
Are they from
And
New
it's
Orleans?
like, no, they're all over the place. They, honestly,
There's
there
no
aren't
L.
really...
There's no L. It's TAW.
W, yeah.
Okay.
And there aren't really any paying clients in New Orleans because nobody needs to
Nobody
pay
wants
here.
matches,
So
right.
you can just run into them at the grocery store. Like, you don't have to pay somebody.
Oh,
Hey, shout out Whole Foods because like
Some experience?
they legit. Oh yeah, I worked at Whole Foods for like a year.
Did you ever meet any right
Wait,
type
what?
person?
Any-
Did you ever
any
meet
ripe bananas?
Did you ever meet a young woman that you ended up dating at Whole Foods?
You know what? No, Whole Foods is a good place that you run into people that you've been knowing for years and you
Right.
ain't seen them in a minute. And then when you do see them, it's like good because like then it's some popping again. You know what I'm saying? So I ran into a lot of good like ladies that way.
Whole Foods is good for that. What did you do at Whole Foods? What job?
I was cooking like food actually, like for like the hot bar and stuff. Like I used to work there. Yeah, so like for a year I worked at Whole Foods and just like it was a good benefits and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you quit?
You
Sexual
know what?
harassment?
Damn.
Yeah, actually, you know
900.
what? Too much harassment, man.
Too
I
much
couldn't
harassment.
Take it.
People hitting
He
on
said
you
he couldn't
constantly.
take it,
I couldn't take
Couldn't
it.
take
couldn't
it.
take it.
Couldn't
I
take
couldn't
it.
What's
take
happening to him?
I was at work. Come on, man. Couldn't take it. But nah,
just
I
got
really
sick of it?
just no. You know what? It was a good job, and I didn't want to stop it. But then like my craft and like music and working with Shoot It Down, it's like you have to really have time for this, and like there's a lot of sacrifice that go with getting to where you want to be with this music thing and like this and that. And I've been doing this 10+ years.
Right.
So it's like I gotta like not stop all of a sudden just because of one thing. It's like I can make income doing.
Yeah.
It's like so
It's all
many
or
ways
nothing,
to
some
make
kind of
money.
shit.
It's like and not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Legal. It's like it's so many
Make
ways
that-
to
just
make money.
make
You
that
know what I'm saying?
clear.
I could go walk outside with a box of apples and just sell apples outside. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
like
you could.
I could make that money back the same way I went in Whole Foods and slaved over the stove and cooked food all day
Yeah, that's a good thing to
for
find out.
snobs.
That's a good thing to find out, that you don't have to work all day and you can still make money. So what are you doing to make money? Is the music...
So what I'm doing to make money, all right, so me and Q are revamping what Nola Fam was. So like we not really we Nola Fam when Doc Smoke, remember Smoke who came last time, right?
Smoke. DJ Smoke.
J Smoke.
J Smoke.
J Smoke with
the stoner, yeah.
The S, the stoner.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
stoner.
The
stoner.
S is a dollar sign. And
Yeah,
Smoke.
dollar
Yeah, I
sign,
do
J
remember
Smoke.
him.
Yeah. He took a venture out to Cali, you know what I'm saying? So he's out there living it up, doing his thing out there.
So he's gone. We got Smoke's gone.
Smoke's gone.
Congratulations to him. He about to be a father.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Congrats,
Shout out my
Smoke.
dude.
Okay.
So me and 900 just keeping the ball rolling on the
All
music.
right.
There you
So
go.
it's
And-
just that you are the family now. You
Yeah,
check.
and there's a
Okay.
lot of. All right, so I'm gonna address this real quick, and I don't give a fuck if Buku get mad or whoever run Buku or the two brothers who I don't give a fuck. Monty said it. All right, so Nola Fam.
900.
Wait,
Money.
who said it?
Monty
900.
Just wanted to make
Not
sure.
900. I hear you.
900. I had
Good
to
point.
echo
Money.
that.
All right.
Money.
So
Now we're on to Buku.
I woke up one day and like I looked on my Instagram and they had this like group of people that had the name Nola Fam on a picture, and it was like presented by Buku, and it was like, wait, I think I know these two guys actually through mutual friends or whatever. But long story short, they used the name of the group that we basically and like it's not
I've heard
really
this
about.
story.
Let me just throw this out there. It's not about.
You know this story?
I know what
I've
you're
heard
gonna
it.
say first. It's not about the fact that it was a copyright deal because all right, so at the end of the day, that's what you need to be legit. At the same time, for 10+ years and even kind of before that, we always was called Nola Fam.
That's
So it
our
was
brand,
like
yeah.
that's our brand. So to see like a group of people who not Nola Fam like pop up and it's like the name with Buku, I was like not really tripping, but I was like that's not really respectful. I wouldn't do that to somebody. Like
But the
I just
interesting
want to
thing
be
about this,
called
what
me.
you're saying is this Buku is Buku Fest you're talking about, which
Yes,
is
sir. I'm talking about Buku
It's the
Fest.
electronic music festival that
Yes,
happens
sir.
in March or something. And they're in the same business as you. It's not like it's
I mean, they
different
do.
business.
Nah, it's different. Hip hop
Well,
is hip hop music, and like
Right.
what they do is different. It's like EDM music. It's like
Are they
electric
selling
music.
themselves with that, or are they just saying this is our
No,
Nola
it's not.
Fam?
I'm not taking nothing away from them. I'm just saying that when you take something from somebody, just say, "Oh, look, I'm gonna use the name, but like
Right.
I really got this from like these guys right,
Right.
here who
Just give
actually."
respects. That's all.
When
Well,
you know,
unfortunately, all you've
type
done
in
now
Nola
is
Fam
given
on
them a
Google,
whole lot
you
of
see a
publicity
bunch
by
of
talking
pictures
about it.
and people with
Right.
hats and
Right.
gear and screaming and
But
shouting.
they just did it for one photo. They're not doing it as a brand, or are they?
But all right, so
I still agree with you. I know
it's
it's wrong,
tricky.
but-
It's just like it's tricky. It's like you have to be careful if you know like at the end of the day you branding yourself. Everybody branding yourself,
Right.
right? So it's
Right.
like you want to stay true to your name and you want your name to be yours. You know what I'm saying? Just come up with
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
buku.
yeah,
That was
right.
brilliant.
Why do they have
Keep
to-
that going. You know what I'm saying? Throw
why
that
don't,
out there.
why
everywhere.
don't you guys put a photo of yourself up on Instagram with Buku on it?
That ain't legit. That's not legit. You know what I'm
As
saying?
your
Like,
attorney, Kenneth, what do you think about that for an idea?
I think that would be being petty of them.
yeah, we got
All
other
right.
things
Yeah,
to do.
I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Yeah,
I
no.
just think that like I don't know. It's like it seems like it was a group of kids who participate in Buku Fest, and they took a picture, and the name Nola Fam was branded on that picture, and in the corner it had the Buku logo, so they kind of automatically affiliated Buku with it, or it could have. I don't know what it was. I just know I seen it. And I
What,
was
like I
like,
said,
what about taking the positive
going on?
spin on it and telling them that you'd like to cash in on that publicity and that they can...
Well, they're not giving it to them.
I'm not trying to
the
ride
thing.
no waves or nothing, but like just like reach out or something.
That's
yeah,
the thing.
why don't
We
you
not
reach
riding
out to them and
waves.
say, hey, that's our name, and what about you helping us get the word out? They're a big
Low
organization.
key, all right. So Dom, I'm gonna tell you right now. Low key, we bubbling right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we really
Good
bubbling.
idea.
So it's like we don't
Right.
really want to branch off and do nothing with it because like they doing something completely different. What we doing
Right.
is pure raw. It's just hip hop. It's like they doing something that don't got nothing to do with hip hop.
Right.
We'll be the only artists, if involved with that type of.
Okay, well, two
scenario.
things. First of all, let's take a listen to something. And then secondly, let's talk about matchmaking.
Yeah, I want to know
Okay.
about this talk.
Yeah, we've got to get on to Talkify. But first
Talkify.
of all, we're going to hand this over. We don't want to play a whole song because then people get really like, people stop listening to the show. We play like a little bit of like,
DJ, he know how to.
I'm telling you, we have to use like a couple of verses and a
chord.
chorus or whatever, and then we fade out and be, cool. And we'll play another one later. So pick one that will be good to like listen to half of. What do you think?
halfway.
Yeah, what do you think?
Flojo or I like or
Flojo, I like her. Remember
Oh,
her?
She was very fast.
Yeah.
it's gonna be half a song.
I mean,
How you love that?
No, Flojo.
Okay. See, we're very prepared here. You checking out the Hangover Destroyer?
Yeah, I'm actually making sure
Have you
me
tried-
that marshmallow could get close. I don't want this blocking our unity
Right.
that we have over here.
Okay, what song is this?
It's called Flojo,
Flojo.
and it got a Diggable Planets vibe to it. Like I want
All
to
right.
bring that back.
Nola Fam.
Us floor rush when the DJ play my classics. Fuck it, throw it up and let them see the way we having it. Us floor rush when the DJ play my classics. Fuck it, throw it up and let them see the way we having it. I'm cool like that, like that. I'm cool like that, nigga. I'm cool like that, like that. I'm cool like that, nigga. I'm cool like that, like that. I'm cool like that, nigga. I'm cool like that, like that. I'm cool like that. Him, that's my man on the one and the two. Me, I approach to the mic with a groove. She be with me as I walk in the place. Him, that's my man with the tool on his waist. We pull up deep, see us hopping out the foreign. We got a wreck at the party, so I'm going. How was the buzz this entire hip hop era? Dripping with some sauce like some running mascara. What by that cut? We push it off the corner. I'ma do my thing in the Nike suede Pumas. Right to the money, we don't listen to the rumors. Can't take that from me, I'll be gone till November. He take the leaf and roll it by the pound. Higher than the rest, watch me leave the ground. Quick to pack the club like an old jazz lounge. It's really going down, I'm the new James Brown. Everybody know that I go by DJ Q. On the ones and twos, you know I'ma act a fool. Party till the morning and you know I'm with the crew. If she acting bougie, we'll throw her in the pool. Made enough money, baked the project biscuits. Pain run deeper than a motherfucking wristlet. Boyfriend hating, he ain't nothing but a dipshit. That's the swag leaking, man, I think you need a drip drip. White folks looking like a neighborhood watch. Just like a clock, how I tick and I top. All this gold around my neck like that Flavor Flav clock. The DJ play my record and you know I make it hot. Make it drop, don't stop. You know we make it hot like P. Diddy on the block. I'm a fool like that, I'm cool like that, I'm smooth like that, nigga, I move like that.
I'm cool like that. I like it.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. That is
Very
cool.
good.
I didn't even want that to stop, actually. I was like into that.
Oh, I just faded out.
Yeah, nice job, Q.
I do my
nice.
little DJ thing, you know.
I like that.
Off
What'd
the
you think?
iPhone, too.
Yeah, off the
like-
iPhone.
Very nice. Very slick. What'd you guys think? Kenneth, what'd you
That
think?
was nice. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see why they upset that Nola Fam didn't get their respect when they was broadcasted socially, because they actually serious about their craft. I like that.
Definitely.
These guys are great. Yeah.
And that beat, I produced that.
Oh,
I do that. That's what I
That
do.
beat sound like
for the
winter
record.
time to me. It sound like winter. Like it's winter.
Winter beat.
Well, you know
Make it
that's
more
a sample
chill.
in the beat that y'all hearing as far as the melody. Like I just heard that like actually on some crazy YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, there we go.
Good.
Do you write that from scratch?
Well, actually, it's an art to sampling. So like if you're a real producer like me, like you can pull things from anywhere. Like anything
Right.
is everything. It's like-
And do you have to pay someone when you sample their stuff? If you
Well, it depends on how you flip it. It's like I said, it's an art. So it's like if you do it the correct way without like, it's like timing, it's like duration, and like all of that is important too. So if I sample too long of someone's song, then yeah, of course, like you asking for trouble. But if you could flip like 2 or 3 full seconds or something, it's like nah. It's like
so you've got to
actually
find a
legit
few seconds of each song and then stitch it all together.
and do it the correct way.
Man, you
yeah.
must have some pretty good weed.
You know what?
That is a real
transition.
difficult thing to even imagine doing.
Shout out my plug.
We always keep it.
Are you
Shout
still
out to
smoking a lot of
It's
weed?
necessary.
You guys?
Of
Yeah.
course.
I don't know how you could
Of
do it
course.
without it. I mean, think about that.
You know what? To be honest, like, you know, a lot of people say like we make them like creative, and it does make me creative. But like, I don't really need too much of it when I'm doing my producing thing.
Right.
Just a little few taps here and there, and I'm like coasting off of that. But if I'm just chilling and trying to get stoned like on my fucking mind, then yeah, I'm just like rolling up constantly, straight to the face.
Now,
Just
that's
all the
connected
time.
to food as well, of course.
Taking a
Smoking.
stone to the face. I've never heard
Well-
those two. Never heard those.
You ain't been
two.
stoned till you had wax.
Everything tastes better when you've been smoking pot. Do you find that?
I mean,
as-
you don't taste
as a
nothing when
chef?
you smoking.
Is that right?
You just eat.
It's like, this is amazing.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Everything
what you
tastes
tasting.
better, I thought, though, no?
I mean, it tastes better because you're lit, but like as far as being like, oh, I can taste the garlic, I can taste a little bit of the herbs in here. You
Oh, you put a little cumin in there?
right? You put a little cumin. Oh, the
Nah.
fish is blackened to perfection. Nah, you just be like, man, that shit is good. Like, pass another one. No. You just
Do you know
smash
who
it.
we're talking to here, by the way? Kenneth is the winner of Chopped.
Oh,
Whoa.
Not just a contestant on Chopped, but the winner
yes, sir.
of Chopped.
Yes,
Congratulations.
sir.
That is a big- that is a
Bring
big
that
deal.
beat back, Q. Bring that beat back.
Yeah.
Bring that beat back.
Yeah, bring that.
That is a
Congrats, my dude.
Feedback.
congratulations on that. That's a big deal.
Yes.
I haven't forgotten about Talkify, by the way.
What'd you make for your winning meal?
Well, the fun thing was the episode was all the pies, so I had to basically each round you had to make some type of pie.
Okay.
So my clients don't ever request me to make pies, so I was completely left field out of
It
my
was a challenge
element.
for you.
Yeah, it was a challenge, but I was ready for them. You know, I was ready. I got a little pie trick underneath my belt to help make flakier pie crust. So when they presented that challenge, you know, it was all good. You know, in the challenges, I added a little bit of vodka
That's
in
the
place
stuff-
of my
that's the
water.
move.
Yeah,
Vodka.
See, Marshmallow know what I'm talking about.
I write cookbooks.
You write cookbooks.
Marshmallow writes cookbooks as well on top
I
of
just
it.
dropped a cookbook.
Amazing.
Southern Creole recipes from my New Orleans
Southern
kitchen.
Creole is the name of your new cookbook.
Yeah.
Write this
Southern
down.
Creole.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
I'm writing this down.
Let me see the cookbook.
We have
gotta-
one
you gotta
over
see
here.
this.
What's that? In the bag? I know.
I need
Marshmallow,
that.
you're
I
a
need
dark
that.
horse. You write
oh
cookbooks.
man, we love to cook. Marshmallow, you write cookbooks?
I write cookbooks.
What's the last cookbook you wrote?
I worked with Alon Shaya on his.
Okay.
Along
And
Shy,
I
that's
just
a
got
pretty...
done-
Oh yeah,
you
Shire
guys-
was a great restaurant.
Yeah.
Shire was a great restaurant.
Yeah. You guys remember Mad Libs?
Yes.
No.
Mad Libs.
TV
It's like
show.
a game.
Familiar.
It's like a game where they take out like it's like a thing that's written, and they take out like random words. Like, if you said like the dog walked down the street, they would maybe take out the dog. They put a blank in there, and underneath you have to like fill in the blank with like a random animal. And you go
Okay.
through the whole story, and you fill in the blanks without knowing the rest.
Right. It's
So
a
that
kid-
when you
it's a
piece it
kid's
back
game,
together, yeah. So I just finished writing a cookbook that's like that. So, like, you think about all, like when you're making a stir fry, you don't need to have, like, exactly one onion and exactly, like, one bell pepper and, exactly 2 cups of rice or whatever.
Right.
It's
You
like a
just need
template.
some, yeah.
And
So
so
you
I just
fill
got
in the
done.
blanks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
They're going to be burning all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
that
Well, it
just
tells you all the rules.
that
It's like
is
you
a
have to bake
disaster
it.
for me.
You have to bake it at, like,
You-
375.
Okay, so they
But
can't
like,
go
yeah,
off of it.
well, they're not
Okay.
going to set their house on fire.
Okay.
But like, if you're going to make a frittata, I'm not going to like. You could do 8 eggs. You could do.
Yeah, but this is
10.
for someone who knows how to cook.
I'm not going to
already.
yell. No,
This is
it
not
tells you
for-
all the rules. It tells you all the important
does?
things, and then all the things that you can tweak. You tweak. You have fun.
You're amazed by how many people get confused with substitutions. Like they'll literally walk away from a recipe because they don't eat shrimp, and you'd be like, "Well,
You
can
don't
I
have
put
to put
chicken in it?"
But
No.
But you know
No,
what? If you
it's
can't
forbidden
cook,
to
you
put
probably
chicken
don't
in it.
understand this. But if you can't cook, like I can't
It's
cook
scary.
anything. If it has too many things in it, I don't make
You get
it
scared.
right there.
Oh, yeah,
If
for
it
sure.
says, "Can I substitute chicken for shrimp?" I wouldn't even know about.
Damn, that's where I'm messing
Would-
up because I just throw everything in there. I'm like, all right, that might go. All right, just throw that in there.
Yeah, I mean that's how most people
That's
cook.
creativity. That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do.
That's them 3 totes you were talking about taking.
Right.
That's how they get creative. But
So
yeah, I mean,
what's this book of yours called, Marshmallow?
That one's going to be called Cook in the Blank.
Cook in the Blank.
Ooh,
Cook in the Blank,
nice.
and it comes out in March.
Pretty funny idea.
Cook in
Yeah.
the blank, baby. Shout out Cook in the blank.
Shout out Cook in the
Cook in
Blank.
Kenneth,
blank,
yours is
cook in
called
the blank of Southern Creole.
Southern Creole.
Cook
I
in
like
the blank
that.
Southern Creole. Yeah, you really want to get
Creole.
you some of that flavor and that flair.
So before March comes along, Southern Creole is
It's
out
already
right
out.
now.
It's out
already
right
out.
You
now.
can get that.
KennethTemple.com.
Christmas gifts for everyone. you
Yeah,
know.
go buy it from me. Don't go buy it from
KennethTemple.com.
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
go
can buy
it
straight
from
off
me.
your website.
Straight from the
Absolutely.
source, huh?
Okay.
Straight from me. I published that thing by myself.
Did
I
you
took
really?
all the
Oh,
photos.
really?
I wrote all the stories.
Wow.
I only paid somebody to do my editing and formatting, but all of that
Well, you're pretty
that's
smart.
me. So I basically tell my story from a toddler to how I got into the kitchen all the way to graduating from culinary school.
Wow.
So that's the path I take. And the book is really accessible to people. It's not a long list of crazy ingredients. I think the craziest ingredient I have in there is saffron.
Okay.
To the home cook, like they'd be
That's-
like, "What the hell is saffron?" It's the most expensive
I was just
spice
going
in
to
the
say the same
world.
thing. It's expensive.
What's your
Right.
favorite recipe in the book?
My favorite recipe, 75 of them are my favorite recipes. From
Great answer.
From the banana nut pancakes all the way down to the street call, to the crab and corn egg rolls, to
I
the
need
smothered
that in my
okra, and to the turtle bread pudding, the New Orleans gumbo, red beans and rice.
Hold up, man, I ain't eating that before I came here.
the horchata
I'm
daiquiri.
starving, don't-
Oh,
You know,
okay.
we could keep going. You know, and don't forget about the brown sugar glazed carrots.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay.
So
Delicious.
you're a real
Legit.
chef. You're the real deal.
Yeah, I dabble a little
You're
bit.
an actual chef
Yeah, I'm
from
certified.
cooking
yeah.
school.
Went to all that. Yeah,
So if I throw a party and I need a badass chef to come throw down,
I'm Mr. Badass.
Yeah. Can
Shout.
you, but I'm not sure if you're in the right league if you can afford Kenneth yet, because listen to some of who his clients are here.
All right, here we go.
Saffron. Kenneth cooks with saffron.
Let me tell you, I got
pinch
some
of
great
saffron.
questions for you here as well, Kenneth.
All right, let's go.
Hang on, where did it say all these clients of yours? So I read this list earlier. Who are they? You have to tell me because now I can't
Don't
find
you find
it.
a list?
I'm
Grant, have you
looking.
been
It
drinking?
was like Lil Wayne.
Keep going.
Here we are, Lil Wayne, several NBA and NFL players,
Mm-hmm.
Soledad O'Brien, and the mayor of New Orleans, Mitch Landry.
Ooh, I
Actually-
see 30K on
Yes,
that
sir.
paper.
Actually,
So-
I actually cook for both mayors, Mitch Landrieu and Ray Nagin.
You cook for Ray Nagin?
Yeah,
Irvin
Irvin
Mayfield.
Mayfield. I've cooked for every president of all the universities in New Orleans. I've worked on 2 nationally syndicated cooking shows.
solid.
I'm an
So
ambassador
can-
for the city of New Orleans.
Can these
I
guys
go to-
afford you for a
I mean,
private
yeah,
party?
everybody can afford me. You just got to get
Okay.
the money. It's like everything else. I can
All
afford
right.
you. Just get the money.
How do you get a
Hey,
gig? How did you get a gig
respect.
with some of these people? Like,
Just,
how would
it's
you get
all
Little Wayne? Just all word of mouth.
I had a friend who I know who works directly with him. He was looking for a chef. Opportunity presented itself, and
What does he like to eat, Little
so,
Wayne?
chicken wings and tacos. nothing culinarily challenged.
Right.
It's, you know, the fun
That
thing
sound like
about
studio
cooking,
food.
yeah, the difficult thing about cooking for somebody so simple is it always has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And the system with that is like you eating it to your liking. So with a person of his magnitude, like the patience runs short. So you're not sure how many variations. Like I could think about 30 variations of chicken wings I could do right now. It's like, which do you just like salt and pepper on? Do you like them naked? Do you like them fried? Do you like this sauce?
Do you
like,
have this conversation with Lil Wayne?
No,
or
I had it with his team, and I perplexed some of them with some of my questions.
What did you end up doing?
Just fried them how I knew how to fry them.
Wing sauce?
Yeah, he likes Hooter wing sauce to be exact. I was like,
Yeah, okay.
Hooters? You know, so yeah, so some of that, yeah, and everything else is basically word of mouth and just working with different clients
Right.
within it, and
Is there a
still maintaining
psychological
the,
aspect to it where you have to be like their psychologist and you have to listen to what they're saying? And
yeah, and that's the whole thing with being a private chef. Like, you know, granted, if I'm going to cook for you, I have to know exactly what you like, and there's a trial and error period where spice levels, salt level, all of this that I have to wean out. But then once I get it, then it's off to the races.
And do
You
these
know.
people tell you the truth? I mean, like, if someone cooks
Yeah,
for me,
they-
I'm always polite. I say,
They
"That tastes
paying me.
great."
They paying me, so they better tell me the
Do they
truth.
tell
I'm
you-
in charge of cooking for them. You
Right,
might want to
right.
tell
Can
me
they
if
tell
it's
you
good.
that they don't like it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what happens then?
And then I'll wing something and make something on the fly right there because you still got to eat.
Right.
What didn't you like about it? Okay, making the adjustments.
Can you imagine
Give me
that?
15
well, you're
minutes.
in the cooking business as well, Rémy. What's it like when someone tells you that they don't like it?
I don't usually have to deal with it in that situation because for recipe development, like I do, I send them like a whole bunch of concepts. And there is like in the whole ideation phase, there's like you're talking about the psychological thing. I'm like, oh, what kinds of recipes does this person want to be like attached to? You know, do they want it to sound really fancy or do they need it to sound like easy or clickbait-y or whatever? So I have to think a little bit about what they want. But I don't have to do much on the fly because I'm sending them ideas and then they come back.
Are you a cook as well? Are you a chef too?
I'm not in restaurants, but yeah, I'm a recipe developer.
So did
I
you?
need to get a job with Marshmallow. I need to get a job with Rain.
That sounds pretty
I do
good.
recipe development.
Well, for
too.
your next cookbook, I'll do the editing.
Hey,
Done.
now you're talking.
Done.
How do you get to be a recipe developer?
You eat a lot.
But did you go to school for recipe development?
No,
She passed English.
I'm very type A when it comes to editing, which you need
Right.
in recipes. And I wrote a few food columns throughout college, and then went and got a couple of food jobs, and then I got referred to my first like ghostwriting cookbook job. So I got to like
Ooh, ghostwriting.
get a foot in the door.
Oh, yeah,
I know
there's
it's so
ghostwriters in
mysterious.
cookbooks.
Not respected in my game, but hip hop.
It's true.
I mean.
It's true.
But in the cooking game, that's
You
nice.
never know.
Yeah, you never know if
Wow.
Flay really wrote all of those
They
brunch
never did.
recipes.
If Drake did it,
you
you
They
don't
never
have the
did.
time. Yeah, you don't have the time to write all those
No,
recipes.
you don't have the time, and you don't have like you're not. That's not the page you're
So
on.
you wrote Alon Shire's recipes?
I didn't. He and I like developed.
Collab.
He and I fleshed those out together.
Collaboration.
There was a whole
Collaborate.
lot of back and forth because chefs kind of speak a different language than home cooks sometimes, and so he'd be like, "Oh, we're just gonna roll in." Like we did a turkey, like a sous vide turkey for
You'll have to
Thanksgiving.
go
You know, and
back
I was
to
like,
sous
okay.
vide. What
I
does
pushed
that
back
mean?
a lot. I was like, do we need to do sous vide? Blah
What does
blah.
that mean, sous vide? I've heard people
It's
say that.
basically you cook something in a steady, pretty low temperature, and it's vacuum sealed, so it's like an
like
gentle
underwater
heat.
or
It's a
something?
gentle heat all around it, so it cooks through.
In a
I
plastic
got your
evenly,
bag.
marshmallow. I got
and
you.
then
I got your marshmallow.
afterward you can
So
sear
basically,
it.
think about sucking all of the air out of a Ziploc bag.
Okay.
So you put the product in the Ziploc bag, and then you stick it in this boiling water that's rolling, and you keep it at a certain temperature, and it just helps cook it. So sous vide is just a fancy thing that helps you regulate the temperature so you don't overcook anything.
So you
And
put a
it's
piece of
even.
chicken-
So you know when
Right.
you like cook chicken, sometimes it's overcooked and then
Dry.
sometimes it's crazy overcooked. This cooks it evenly. So anyway,
You
for
put it in a
Alon,
plastic bag.
you put it in
and
you
stick it
vacuum
in
seal it, you get all the air
and you
out so
boil
that
it.
the water doesn't.
Can I vacuum seal it at home without any equipment?
People do, yeah. People they've been
Just with a
selling.
straw or something? Like
They put it
Yeah.
in just a Ziploc
Actually,
bag.
yeah.
There's- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You just-
it doesn't. Boiling temperature is 212 degrees. So, but you're keeping these things
Less
at like
than
130,
Right,
100.
that's
Right. So the regulator, that's the sous vide machine, is some weird technological thing that looks like a speedboat, and you just
I need a whole machine.
Anova, these guys came out with a thing called the Anova, and it looks like an immersion blender. Like it's like a thing that you can...
It's a stick blender. It's about this big, and you got a button, and it goes...
You just attach it to the side of your stock pot, and you
Almost.
put in your water, and then you tell it what temperature you want it to be on.
And it holds it.
And it regulates it.
So this is like a slow cooker type thing?
You can say that. You can say
Okay.
that, yes.
So people do that at home, and so last year
Sous
Alon was
vide.
like, I want to do a sous vide turkey.
And how would you
All
spell
we're gonna
sous
do
vide exactly?
SOUSVIDE.
VIDE.
That sounds like it tastes delicious. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
flavorful.
it's great. It makes it really tender.
Yeah,
and
so
then you
it-
can sear it afterwards. So what we were going to do was a sous vide turkey.
Okay.
He was really into the idea of using his knife. He's got good knife skills, and he's like, I'm just going to cut all of the skin off in one go. So he's going over. He looks like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Like, I'm just going to cut all of this skin off in one go, and then use it to wrap up. Like, I'm going to
wow.
take the turkey flesh and wrap it up in the skin so that when it's done cooking, we crisp it up.
That's funny because
Great idea.
the turkey flesh was originally in the skin, of course.
Yeah.
That's what skin is.
But then you take all the bones out and you make like a little
Roulade.
there's like no
Roll it up.
yeah.
Okay.
Roll it
And
up
I was like, I don't think people can really do this at home. I'm watching him, videotaping him, trying to figure out
see. That's
how am I
legit.
going to explain this to
Right.
home cooks as he's like going through and cutting through all the sinew. Like, it's beautiful. He's doing it beautifully.
Right.
I'm like, my job is to replicate this and to like write a recipe that other people can replicate. Nobody's going to be able
So
to
that's
do
an
that.
interesting job. So you have to watch.
I'm like, yeah.
The
I'm
chef do it and
the
then
mouthpiece.
translate
I'm
it.
the translator, yeah.
into-
like a journal.
Nice.
Wow. That's very interesting. What an interesting gig. Okay, listen.
It's fun.
I don't have any sous vide in Southern
we
Creole.
still
No
haven't-
sous vide
we're getting
in
on to
Southern Creole.
No sous vide in Southern Creole.
No sous vide in
That's a
Southern
good title. We're going to get on to Talkify in a minute because matchmaking. Think you guys want to hear about this?
Yeah,
For
I
real?
want to know if you need like
First of
a
all-
private chef to cook some of these dinners for these matchmakers. I'm trying to get.
perfect.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get
Get it where you
high.
fit in,
Great
bro.
idea.
Right.
That's a
Go
great
ahead.
idea.
And then
Okay,
maybe
so
Nola
tell
Fam
us-
can come serenade.
Come
Hey,
Got the
all
music.
about it.
There
All
we
So
go.
about
tell
it.
us about
We
Talkify,
don't
then we'll
make
get
us-
back to
let's
Kenneth
not
in a
go
minute. Kenneth, I'm going to get
So
remind me to do this.
I'm like Cupid. I mean,
Okay, so how did you get this job?
another friend, shout out to Cora. She's a matchmaker. She recruited me.
Cora the matchmaker.
You got
Yeah.
recruited to be a matchmaker?
Yeah.
Like to go and work in the FBI, you got recruited
Yeah,
to be a matchmaker?
exactly. It's just more selective,
Impressive.
more vetting.
Right, right.
Where does Cora live?
Here, mostly.
So
she
she's
kind
in
of
New
bops
Orleans
around.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, and yet there's no business in New Orleans for matchmaking.
No, we
apparently.
all like. I mean, everybody. A lot of the matchmakers are like the quote unquote digital nomads, and they're like, "Oh, I'm like on a safari." Da, da, da.
I'm still
Like I'm
I'm still
living in New
unclear here.
Zealand. I'm living in. They just live wherever they want
Well, I
because
guess you
it's
can.
all
But-
all the conversation.
Okay, but I'm unclear as to what goes on. So walk us through.
Okay,
because if
so
I'm
I
on
have
Match.com, I go on myself and I find my own matchmaker.
I do all the dirty
What
work.
do you do?
I do all the dirty work. I do all the weird vetting, the weird Googling. I make sure that everybody wants the same thing.
Okay, so this start at the beginning. So someone calls
Okay.
up, like Monty, 900.
Hey, hello.
Does he call you or does
So
he
they-
find you online?
They become that you go on the website and you just sign up and you sign up.
Okay.
And then you get assigned a matchmaker who seems like you'll vibe with them. And then as your matchmaker, I talk with you, and I'm just kind of like your wing woman. I'm like
Let's
chatting
try
with
it.
you.
Let's do it.
So let's
let's
do
do
an
a
Okay.
role
Uh-oh.
play.
Great.
There we go.
So, it's usually like an hour long. We don't have
Oh, we
that
can do
much
it
time.
like the first.
But
do the
yeah,
first
so
2
like
minutes.
so basically it'd be like 900.
What's up?
What are your I would want to get to know all about you holistically, blah 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 blah. And then we'd be like, okay, well let's be real. Like, what are your priorities? What are your deal breakers?
Well, first of all, my priorities are pretty simple. I'm a working man. I make money. I just need someone by my side who's true and loyal. No
Solid.
talking, not too much talking.
Great. A little listening.
Had a motor out last week, so
You want like a partner in crime?
no, I don't like someone who just won't shut up. So
Okay, a good listener.
cool, good listen. Listen all day. I got a lot to say. You listen. Yeah.
No.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just being funny, but not too much. Not too much talkative.
Yeah,
So
good
match me
little
up.
balance.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, okay, what are your weird deal breakers? Do you hate
No hair on the legs. And
she's got to be Masonic. Is that what you say? Somebody who goes to
right.
He don't like the women that don't go to
I
European
can't
weddings.
speak on that type of
the
stuff.
first
Don't
rule of
speak.
Masonic
Stay away from
church.
that. My client cannot speak on that. He just would like a woman who can enjoy his vibes.
Great.
How he enjoys hers.
Great.
Exactly.
So then it's
Thank
a whole
you.
lot of like intangibles, and then I like go out and I find all the like I've talked to all of the people who I want to set you up with. And
How
so,
do you find these women?
I
these
have-
quiet women with no red
women,
hair?
I really women are a little harder to recruit because I have to like talk to like friends and friends of friends, and sometimes I have clients who are like 55-year-old men who live in Charlotte, and then I'm like, well, I gotta somehow find like women in their 50s in Charlotte. So I get a little creative.
So guys are looking more
But
than
for
women.
men, I find I've got equal men and women, and my
Okay.
male clients are great because I have a Tinder Plus account. Or no, my female clients are great because I have a Tinder Plus account. So you can like
Tinder Plus.
tell it
Tinder Plus.
Tinder
Let's
Plus.
write that
You
I'm writing
so
that down
it's
right
like
now,
Tinder,
900.
but you tell it what city you want to be in. So I have this. I have my bio is very transparent. It's like I'm a matchmaker. I'm on here looking for people for my clients.
Yeah.
Da da da.
Does this
DM
sound
me
like
if you want to talk more.
prostitution type?
It's it's a little bit of a fine line.
Yeah.
It's and then I gotta like scout these people out. It's crazy.
Okay.
And so then once I find people who are a good fit for each other, I like plan a date. I plan
Okay.
a blind date.
So
We're
when
gonna
should we link
hire-
up? Because like I need a match made quick.
Let's talk after this.
Oh,
This
Hey,
sounds
all right.
She's on it.
Are
We're
you
gonna
hooked
hire
up, Q? Are you
Kenneth.
single or are you in a couple or what?
I'm single now.
You're single now, as of
I'm
this minute,
single.
while we have a matchmaker. Would you be interested in this service?
I mean, I'm pretty good in that area. I don't really have a problem, but
Wow.
but
That's a good point, though. Is this for
You
people
know,
who have a
whatever.
problem finding a partner?
No, a
or-
lot of the time it's people who are just like, I just want to delegate this to like I want to outsource it to somebody. In the same way that like I could cut my own hair.
Right.
Would I choose to? Probably not. I'm going to hire somebody who
But
knows how to do it.
we've always thought of
It's all about your priorities.
finding someone to fall in love with as organic, even if it's online.
Yeah.
It's always been sort of organic. Like, we find someone's photo on Match.com or Tinder, and I think they look great. And
And then
I
you
meet
might be
them.
catfished, and they might be like
Could be.
100
That
pounds
sucks.
heavier
All
or
them
10
cons.
pounds older than they looked in their pictures. So it's
Okay.
all kind of a guessing game.
Right.
Wow.
It's all-
Anybody know who Joey Greco is? Because like every time I say that name, nobody know who that is. I'm
Cheaters.
like, yo, bro,
Cheaters.
how y'all don't know who that is? This dude got stabbed. for,
Kenneth
like,
knows.
sticking his
Joey
nose.
Greco from Cheaters.
It
Yeah.
was the like every time. It's like I was at Whole Foods like amongst coworkers. I was like making a joke about him, and like nobody knew who he was. I was like, am I the only person that
stabbed on
like
it.
don't have a
Cheaters?
life and watch
Cheaters
TV?
was a show that basically Joey Greco was a
Exactly.
private investigator, and they would hire these people to, stalk and see if their mate was cheating on them. And Joey Greco ran up on the road boathouse one day, and Joey Greco caught two to the gut.
with a knife.
Yeah, they stabbed him on
was in the
TV.
wrong
Damn it, I forgot my shank guard at home.
they just roll out with the cameras up.
They roll up on you like
He didn't-
like say me and you was on a date, right? And say 900 and Q, say 900 Joey Greco, but Q's your boyfriend. Like we're here, like they got private investigators watching.
Scoping it
900
out.
gonna jump and be like, would you like to say something? Just like
Yeah.
the cameras all over, and Q gonna be, yeah, boop, who this, boop, boop, mother, who the, boop, 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 and then all of a sudden we're like, get back, Q.
And then somebody gets stabbed.
Somebody is
Somebody, yeah,
Joey
there's
Greco.
always some Joey
And
Greco, yeah.
It's very
So
serious.
you should,
Rest in peace.
she should work with the people on Cheaters because they just got heartbroken.
Yeah,
and they
and
need
they
to
need to
revive
match.
Very
love again.
delicate place.
And they need to find love again and believe in it.
Research cheaters. It's legit.
Yeah, it still comes on. But yeah, see, and I could just cook for these first dates.
You could,
That's
absolutely.
a great idea.
We could team up.
Yeah, I like to
Solid.
make money. And
So
cook for
how much
people.
am I paying to get, or how much is 900 paying to find
So,
a hairless leg woman?
The people
who's
who,
quiet?
so they have to pay a retainer, which means
okay.
like they're paying for the
Money
matchmaker to like get to know them.
Okay.
Well, I
And
just paid rent,
screen-
so bring it on.
Yeah. So for retainer for 3 months, it's $1,500. It's wild. I don't get all
I
that.
just paid rent. Bring it on. I was
Bring it on.
Literally.
$1,500.
It's wild.
If they
And
pay
you know
that for
what?
3 months, they can
months.
afford
You
it.
want to know what's insane?
Yes.
That is actually on the
That's cheap.
lower end of matchmaking.
I just asked if she was a millionaire
So wait,
Yeah, I
matchmaker.
have like teachers who are my clients who are just like, look, I want to make an investment.
So tell me something about eHarmony then. If I mean, like, should I just, is that like lower than, like, say if I go to eHarmony?
I don't know about
like,
eHarmony. I don't have any experience with that.
It's a
Good
matchmaking
answer.
thing. So
Good answer, Marshmallow. Good.
that's a good answer. I like, see how you stepped around that?
Yeah.
Same thing I got to do with the, you know.
I mean,
Who are
honestly,
they?
all the people I work with, I'm like, look, keep doing like Tinder or OkCupid, like whatever you're doing. I'm
Bumble.
not here to tell you like, oh, I have the right way.
I think
Bumble.
that's so
Bumble.
professional.
Bumble is
too.
lit. Bumble lit.
Bumble lit.
Bumble lit.
Bumble
Bio
needs to hire
just
a
was
kid.
written
Keep
up.
on doing it.
Lit.
Yeah, okay.
And
What was just written
what's
there?
your success rate there?
Instant responses.
What do you mean my success rate? Like in terms of people who
Well,
have...
people who use your service.
I've
how
had,
many-
of the
what
clients I've
percentage
had...
end up?
Of the clients I've had who's like... I've had... I started this in June, and I've had like 3 people not renew their membership because they were like, I'm going to try this out with the person you set me up with. I got a cute little text.
Wow.
I got a cute little text from a couple that I set up.
So
They were
since-
like all snuggled up, and they were like, "Happy Saturday." We
Oh,
just went.
wow.
We just went to IKEA. They passed the IKEA
They went
test.
to IKEA together.
Yeah.
Nice.
And how did
They're
you?
moving
How do
fast.
you know? Is this just like a feel thing?
Yeah.
You just think
Or
you
go
know
with
who
your
might
gut.
go with that.
A little. You know, you got to have a high EQ.
So could what is
How about
that?
intuition?
Yeah. It's it's
Yeah.
a ton of that.
All
Yeah.
women
Gut
have
feelings.
intuition.
Gut
So
feeling.
could anybody do this job? Could I apply?
I mean, you could apply.
Oh,
Where?
I put together 3 marriages.
The application process was really fun. We had to
What
do
is it?
scenarios.
Right.
Where, like, in our interviews, the person who did the interview, she gives us scenarios, and she pretends to be some type of client.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, oh, you know, I am super shy, or like, you know, she's like presenting you with some type of problem, and then you have to role play the matchmaker, and you
I
have
think
to like
900
troubleshoot it.
would be pretty good at this actually.
Hey, I might be. What my good blazer?
Don't you get a feeling you
my
might
good
have a
blazer.
good sense of people?
Yeah, you could be good at it.
You could get paid the.
Hey.
You could get
1500.
people to open up.
All right, so look, if Whole Foods was giving me $11.50, right?
Okay.
How much we talking? Cause like I could just, I could just continue rocking the crowd because like if it's not worth it, I don't know.
But
Well, I
getting-
mean, that's what
I might rap
Is
to
it a,
him. Like
is
maybe
it
I
a
could, like,
job
rap to him.
or
Yeah, like I get paid on commission, so it's
commission.
not like a salary
Right,
or
right,
like an
right.
hourly rate. or
Okay,
anything.
okay.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
get
cool with that
paid
too.
by the success rate. You get paid by the people, number of people who sign up.
She banks the money if they fail
I get
or not.
Right.
Don't matter.
When to take
I
off.
get paid based on the dates that I set up.
Based on dates.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
And well, the dates that people come back from, and they're
Okay, so
it's complicated.
hey,
I don't want to
listen,
get.
So
It's
she
going to
gets
be boring.
commissions. That's what she's going to say. She
I've
gets
got it all
I get
figured out
commission.
here.
All right.
What about a kickback system where you
Tell me more.
set us up on dates with people and we all share the money? The more dates that we go on, the more we make, right? It's like a, it's like
So
a
you're going to
corruption.
hire us as
like a
escort
pyramid scheme,
services.
It's like a sort of pyramid scheme.
Oh,
I'll show
Like
her
we
a good
go on
time.
fake.
Okay,
we'll
well,
go
first
on
we
dates
gotta
with
have-
each other.
you would go on dates with who's paying for it?
Well, we'll all kick in 1,500 each to start with, right?
It's
Fine. I think I have.
Split
And
it
then
4
we all,
ways.
but we're all going to get it back though,
Right.
Because we're all
Okay.
going to go on dates with each other.
Nice.
And you get paid for each date that
Sounds
you
like a
send
perfect
us
plan.
on,
Wow.
and we get a cut of that money back.
You
To go
on
on
to
the
something,
next
Don?
date.
You on to something? I like that.
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you loud and
I see
clear.
What do you
that, right?
think, guys?
Self-investment. I like that.
We're all
Nice.
going to get kickbacks from
Sounds
Talkify.
perfect plan.
Sounds right.
You have an
could,
MBA?
could anything go wrong?
Nothing possibly that I foresee.
Is it
She
illegal?
did nothing.
No, it seems totally checks out for me.
It's totally legit,
Wow.
right? This is
Nice.
great.
Hey, if it's no problem,
So
then
we're going on a date. So
Nice.
here's some.
I'm so excited.
This is going to be good.
Money-making
You can set
time.
us up. Okay. So I got this thing from, I guess, Kenneth. It's from your publicist.
My PR.
I don't know who this is. I don't know even if
Shout out
it's a man or woman.
It's a female.
It's a woman. Okay, so she wrote to me and said,
Shout out Antea. Oh,
she
Lord.
says, you can take the interview in any direction you choose. First of all, it's not really
Facts.
an interview, but the talking points below are optional. I thought it may be helpful. My job is to make your job easier. And then she wrote me
thesis?
9 questions.
Oh, damn.
Give her a raise.
So what do you? I thought I just pick. We've only got 5 minutes left. So
I'll answer
I thought
quickly.
if you pick a question from 1 to 9, I
Two
could
or
ask
just
you
one?
Just start with one. Pick
7.
Number 7. What is
Wait,
it
wait,
like
wait.
cooking? 8. How did you become an ambassador for Essence Eats in South Africa? Tell me about that experience.
Merrimack Landry was one of my clients. They told me they wanted to send me to Africa. I thought they was full of shit, but they were serious.
What country in Africa?
South Africa.
South Africa.
South Africa.
Mitch Landry sent you to South Africa.
well, maybe not Mitch Landry, but one of them departments in the city of New Orleans. But that's how I was discovered to be able to go and represent the city. They was looking for a chef
I
over
didn't
there.
hear one thing about Essence Eats. Did you hear about that? And you were in the food business, Marshmallow, did you?
Yeah, well, Essence normally does their festival here, and they went to branch out over to Durban. So one year I was actually over there representing the city, ended up meeting them while they were scouting, and then Essence Eats happened in Durban. This is their second year, so I went there for the first year to start last year.
So what did you do? You cooked like
made a
Southern
gumbo.
Creole?
Yeah, I made a gumbo
for African people in
Absolutely.
Africa. How was that? What did they think
Fun.
of it?
They tasted, they enjoyed it, they
What'd you
destroyed
put in
it. I brought the andouille with me, frozen,
Did you really?
and my spices.
So didn't
We're not playing with 'em.
gumbo come from Africa?
Yeah, okra. Okra was the original thickening agent. That's why tomorrow, while I'm on WWL in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, I will be making
you?
a smothered okra with shrimp.
You're on TV tomorrow?
Yes.
Well,
Channel
what a
4
week
News.
it's been. Happy hour on Wednesday and then
I'm
WWL.
trying to improve my life. You know.
So
what
this
I'm
is
saying?
your publicist just hooking all this up for you. Whoever this is doing
her
a good
and
job.
her and my hard work and blessings, the dedication to the craft.
All right. Well,
is
also
that?
being talented and being nice and good looking probably helps.
It's all gifts. I'll take them. If
Right,
somebody finds me good looking, they won't put me on TV. Sold.
Well, you have your own show on Facebook as well, which has got thousands of people.
Yes, the
I
Hunger
saw
Trap.
that.
You saw the Hunger Trap?
Yeah,
The Hunger Trap
I
is
did. I
live.
saw you making in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Which looks very humble, sort of a kitchen for a big
It's a
time.
trap kitchen. Do you understand trap kitchen?
No, I
Brad?
don't know what that
so
is.
trap is like the hood kitchen. You know,
Okay.
I don't have granite countertops. I don't have the finest cabinets.
Right.
I don't have the sterling silver sink. I have a white stove, and even like sometimes you'll notice that the landlord didn't paint the rest of the ceiling, so you can see the lines where he slapped the clay and then put the tape over. So it's really raw.
This is your actual house.
This is my actual house. Don't show up because the guns are blazing. But yeah, this is actually out the house, and we just have some fun. You know, I play a little music in the background, and we just have some fun. I've had musical
you have
guests too.
kickbacks, right, at the spot?
Nope.
Are you familiar with that? What I mean
do not
when I
have
say
kickbacks. Nope. I don't have people randomly chilling at the crib.
That's what I'm talking
You
about.
will be after you get on Talkify.
Oh well. Yeah, well, no, we're all going to be having
We're all
those
gonna be
kickbacks
hanging out.
because we're all going to
I'm
split the money. We're going to have
I'm excited
a
about
fit.
this beautiful new life we're going to live
So, yeah.
This is
together.
great. This is a great hookup with everybody. We've got the food, the music, and the life partner.
Yeah.
It goes
Are you,
hand in hand.
Kenneth, are you single or married?
I am not married yet. One day it's going to happen.
But are you in a relationship? Or
Yes,
are you,
I am.
You are, okay.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
So you're not available for Talkify?
I am available for the plan that we're saying.
available for
For the
cooking.
plan.
She will sign
Strictly
off on it
business.
if I let
Okay.
her know that
Yes,
this
sir.
is bringing in money to the
And we're all-
household, and I obey her orders. I will be
All right.
okay.
How long have you guys been together?
It's carry to 1, divide to 2. It's been about a year. About
That's
a year
pretty
plus.
good,
yeah.
all right. And people, here's another question I've got. This is question 6. Where did the quote-unquote Chef Bay hashtag come from?
So Chef Bay started on Hunger Trap. One of my followers and fans just started calling me Chef Bay, and you know, on social media, there's all these Radio Bay, Teacher Bay, DJ Bay.
Right.
Bay
There's
everything.
all these bays, and
Right.
so she was like Chef Bay. So I just embraced it and ran with it because my target audience is women. So I mean, I might as well.
Is
just,
it? My target audience is women.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean,
best
I don't
audience
think I've
ever.
ever heard
The
anyone
best
say that.
audience.
That's
Yeah.
the best
What's
audience.
What's your target audience?
Shout
Nola
out to the
Fam?
ladies.
I don't care. I'm not necessarily.
Go ahead, Q. Speak
Everything.
your mind.
I'm writing that
Everything
down
should be
right
about the
now.
women because I feel like women runs it all, and like if the women gonna like it and fuck with it, then of course the guys gonna come right behind.
Quote Tupac.
You know,
That's a Tupac quote.
That's what
Yes,
Tupac
sir.
said.
Make the music for the ladies, and the men will follow.
They'll follow.
That's the clean
Yeah,
version.
That's right.
they'll follow.
That's the clean
George
version.
Clinton said something like that too, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
I have
He
to ask my
actually
dad about the
said,
mothership.
do the dog catcher. That's what he said.
Is that what
Do
it
the
is?
dog
Yeah, do the
catcher.
dog catcher. That's what George Clinton said.
Did y'all know that the mothership is actually in the new African American Museum in D.C.?
Is it really?
The mothership
Oh
is
my
actually
God,
in
that's
the
cool.
museum.
Okay, here's the
Swing
final
down.
question. of
Final
the day.
question. Oh,
We
Hunger
have
Trap
to get
also
out
does
of here.
15,000 plus a week. So you know,
That
the
is a
more we
big
just keep
deal.
growing, keep growing.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the final question. It's question 6, part 2.
damn.
Kenneth, how do you handle all the attention you receive from your female fans?
Nobody knows me. That's how I handle. I'm like
They're
900.
like 900.
I'm like 900.
That's how we came in.
Well, you know,
Nice.
you just want to make sure you respect everybody because when you're dealing with women, you want to make sure that you're respectful and don't hit any emotional bones.
At all times.
Yeah.
At all times.
Marshmallow, do you have anything to add to that before we get out of here?
Yeah, it's just like don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't be a
on
dick.
the whole.
And don't be a front.
Nobody should.
and don't be a front to try to make yourself cooler than what you are.
Don't
Just
be
be
a
you.
fronter.
Yeah,
Just
nobody
be
likes
honest.
frontage.
It's
Your
better
true
that way.
self is going to come out at some
It's better
point.
that way.
It's
Yeah.
better.
You'll be surprised.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
better.
I
But
think
yeah,
that's a good line to go out
nobody
on.
likes liars and perpetrators.
No liars.
Don't be a dick. Chef Kenneth C. Temple, thank you so much for joining us. Rémy Robert, otherwise known as Marshmallow. And
Marshmallow.
Q the Don in 900, otherwise known as Nola Fam.
Or AKA
Yes.
Matchmaker.
Matchmaker, talk fight.
Matchmaker.
So listen, we got all this information about all these guys on our website. It's neworleans.com. If you want to find out all the links to these guys, go there and check it out. Thank you very much to Basics Swim and Gym, where you can get a full range of fashion swimsuits, workout and yoga clothes, as well as bikinis, cover-ups, and everything else you need for beach or poolside.
Hello.
Thank you to Basics Swim and Gym. They're right on Magazine Street near Jefferson Avenue. And Hangover Destroyer. There it is, the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover. You can go to the Hangover Destroyer website. It's hdestroyer.com. And write the words happy hour in the coupon code to get 30% off of your first order of Hangover Destroyer and Seize the Dawn and Louisiana Legs. They make workout and yoga clothes with designs that incorporate photographic art like Mardi Gras beads, boiled crawfish, and wrought iron in France and caves in China. You can find Louisiana Legs on Facebook, and you can buy them on Etsy.
Hello.
And that's the whole show for
Etsy.
today.
That's where I bought my grill.
You bought your grill.
Etsy?
Straight up. Yeah.
Grill for your mouth or grill like
Grill
to cook?
from the mouth, not
Okay.
to cook. No
Grills are
forming.
coming back in. I'm just saying.
Grills
Yes.
are back.
They back.
Okay,
You know
you
what
all-
grills are, right, Grant?
No.
Grills are like gold teeth.
Gold teeth, that's what I thought, yeah. And it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Should I get
coming back.
Should I get one done?
Go for it,
Yes.
Grant.
All right.
Where I'm on your first
The
date.
producer of our show is Graham DePonte. Our associate producers are Alison Moon and April Stoff. Christian Unruh and John Valois organise all the music on this show. Thomas Walsh is our technical director. And our Facebook live feed director is normally Ashley Griffith, but today it's April Stoff. Our fact checker and social media connector is Andrew Sirac. Our theme music is typically being played by Mitch Foreman, but today it's being played by Nola Fam. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about an hour while drinking alcohol, drop us a line. Our address is on our website. It's neworleans.com, where you can also check out other shows we make here, as well as many other hours of happy hour. There are shows like Out to Lunch with Peter Raschuti, live from Commander's Palace in Louisiana East with Poppy Tooker. You can find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and it's batonrouge.la, and you can keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter and a bunch of other time-sucking social media as well. On all of it, we're called It's New Orleans, and you can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our Facebook page. These photos are taken today by Hope Bird. If you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app, thank you for subscribing to us. Take a moment to rate and review us. If you've got one that helps other people find us, our show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street, Uptown New Orleans, where they have a 3-hour happy hour every day here, every day of the week, and an awesome brunch on the weekends. Happy Hours of production of I Know Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. Andrew Duhon will be back here next week. He's on tour around the country. You can find him on andrewduhon.com and see if he's somewhere near you. For Andrew and everyone else around the table here at Wayfare and back at our office at I Know Broadcasting, I'm Grant Morris. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you back here next week again on more Happy Hour.
900 stitching on the beat. Yeah. Let's get it. Hood rich. Love. Damn, all my life I ain't never had shit. When we pull up to your set, they say we hood